So
Show.
it'll show on the east gate on the right side. There is a Strider picture, and you can click on that one.
I don't have that.
It might be that it's not discovered on his map, but I'm not sure why he wouldn't have it.
Definitely haven't. I've gotten close though. I found the Scarborough, but I'm not too far from y'all.
Okay. So when you get to here, you will have your Strider location discovered. Maybe that's something we should do with him. Make sure he has all the locations, so he doesn't have to run into this issue in the past. Yeah, that way he doesn't run into this issue next time. Yeah, I'm coming to you. Ahoy. Alright, so right over here. Does it show anything like you discovered this area when you come over here to the Strider? I'm just curious.
No.
If we move out of the way, it could have been our icons too, Suki. If we move out of the way, now that you're on the map, do you
Oh
see a
wow.
Strider icon?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it might have been that our arrows were covering it and you couldn't see it because we spawn right on top of it when we do that. Oops. Our bad. So what we do now is you look on the compass and you can see question marks, and that's how we're finding all this random shit. So this one says it's harvest parts, but you can find chests, and a lot of those
Enemies.
um, what contract icons, the intel and all that. That's how we find it, was the compass question marks. So now that we're here, go to the north from the Strider. You're going to see the tunnel way over there. I just kind of threw my grenade in that direction. Oh, that's cool. Those grenades just hang out in the air. So you go to that tunnel, and the dungeon will be on the opposite side.
I got woven on me.
You do. See you, rock and
Okay, now
roll.
I
Alright, we
took
good?
him out and kept on. Yep.
Alright, over here. This dungeon is really simple. If this other guy gets in and starts killing everybody, it might be a little difficult to continue what we're trying to do, but basically, you kill the enemies until you get that yellow named character that they give you. Your like special enemy. Actually, there's one of them on the compass right now. I think that guy's fighting him. Anyway, so now that we're in the dungeon, fight the
It's
enemies
right here.
until the yellow named character pops up. When that yellow enemy is available, murk him, we kill him, and then we jump down to the second area. There's two big rooms in this dungeon with enemies to spawn. What you're doing is you're skipping clearing out the mission, so when you come back to that room, you're able to make that yellow enemy spawn again. So you can go from one room to the other without clearing it out completely, and everything respawns for you to be able to get that unique enemy to pop up again.
Yeah, but is that good for me since I barely do any damage?
So like, it's going to be helpful for you in your daily challenges and weekly challenges because it's a farming method for your faction. It means how many enemies you're killing, but like, it's not going to go towards your other challenges until you unlock them. Those will happen after you finish some of the story mode. I think it's around... is it around 30? When you start getting like Resolve and Champion of Might and all that? Suki, do you remember? I think it's like, is it after level 30 or is it just after your factions reach a certain level 3? When you get your contracts? Okay, so it's gonna be like the amount of enemies you kill are gonna accumulate after you've done so many missions towards a faction. So towards the Sentinels, towards the Arcanists, and your, what, Freelancers or whatever it is? The third faction? So if we're not killing the enemies too quickly, these storms are going to be the hardest ones for you to kill with the amount of damage that you do. But can you do a prime on them? Oop, we just murdered him real quick. Let's see, what do we have here for a target? Yeah, GM1 is just too easy to try and train for us. But it's still possible. So like my melee is just so ridiculous. I have a universal component and it just boosts it up even more. Can you take that mage down with the shield? Don't worry about the little guys so much, but the unique guys. So like the storm that's hovering, the Lancer that just popped up with the unique white square on him. Let's kill that guy and then we'll jump down to the other level. His shield's just about down now. Ooh, he got me with his ultimate. What a wuss. Once we kill him, we're gonna drop down. So I was just kind of waiting to see if you could get some damage on him. Do you feel like he's too powerful, or do you feel like your health is doing pretty good?
I mean, they do a lot of damage to me, but I think I can handle them.
Yeah, they're doing a damage to me too. Let's head out, guys. Let's not kill everybody. Oh, did we just kill everyone in that part of the... Yeah, I think you just killed the last couple guys instead of leaving. So that's gonna prevent us from respawning those enemies. We overkilled this room. So yeah, what you want to do is not do that. And then we can come back and it'll be a lot quicker than getting out of the dungeon and getting back in. I think there's a like a refresh rate, a timer that you have to wait.
Some mineral up here.
Unless you do it this method.
Jumbo.
Yeah, all this stuff is pretty much just fluff on the way to the next room. And then you do the same method in the next room that you were doing in the first. I think there's another dungeon where you can do something similar, but this is the only one I'm aware of where it has 2 rooms that you can do inside of the same so quickly. I think the other one might be like going from one dungeon out and into another. Oh, where did that storm go? Oh, there he is. Yeah, at some points I have a component that saves me from dying. It's soften blows, but I do feel like my health goes down pretty low. But I don't ever feel like they're gonna kill me unless I don't move. If I don't try to dodge. Even slight dodging is more helpful than just standing still. And that's usually all it takes. Even like a slight fake back and forth will trick the enemy into trying to predetermine where you're at and shoot in that direction, and then they miss. You're leading them into a different direction for their leading their fire. So that yellow named enemy is out now. That's when you would kill him and then go to the other room. Oh, it could have been that other guy too. He joined in this dungeon. He might have been the guy that cleared out that last room. So like, once you kill that main character, you got like maybe three more enemies, and then the room ends up being cleared out. So you kind of have to like tell everybody to pull their punches. Because free play, you know, everyone's trying to go fast anyway. But we're done here now. No world event or anything. So even if you go slowly, that takes about 10 minutes to get through the dungeon.
Is it weird that I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning?
I don't